We live in such an interconnected world that we get throngs of unsolicited advice every day, even from strangers online. Sometimes this is good advice and sometimes the advice is too limited or the advice giver is projecting themselves on us. There are as many forms of advice as there are colors of the rainbow. There is no right or wrong in this world, but it's all about our individual perspective. But today, most of us live in others' perspective, on how they see the world, and we tend to see from their perspective and not our own individual perspective. Mentors are, however, a mandatory ingredient to success, especially when you're taking a new path in life. So, it's critical to distinguish valuable advice from empty words, before you listen to anyone's counsel on the next best step. Number 1, have a mind of your own. Abraham Lincoln says, always bear in mind that your own resolution to succeed is more important than any other. Before taking advice from an interview, a podcast, always have a mind of your own, because it always said those who don't have a mind of their own, who can't control themselves, get controlled eventually. What worked for someone might not really work the same way for you. So if you don't have a mind of your own, when someone says something, be curious about what that person has to say and break it down in your own words and not their own words. Digest in a way that it suits you but not harmful to the other person. So be capable of independent thought and opinion or action towards a particular matter, not going by what the crowd says or do. A quote say, you have a brain and mind of your own, use it and reach your own decision. Number 2, do they sincerely care about you? Never take advice from someone who doesn't wish you well. You'd think that this is obvious. But believe me, ask yourself a question: do this person really care about me or care about their selfish motives? Some might be giving you advice based off they can't do it and they feel no one else can. Our intuition tells us that some people are not 100% on our side and that they only want us to succeed as long as we are worse off than them. But we shove these inklings as paranoia and listen to them, especially when our skills and abilities are doubted. Number 3, are they where you want to be? The next aspect to consider is their expertise in the area they're advising on. Are they qualified to advise you on this decision? Have they themselves succeeded in that area, or are they in the process towards success in that area? We have opinions about most things in life, irrespective of whether we have lived in certain conditions or not. Our brains form opinions by making inferences based on what we have heard or read from others or our lived experiences. Humans have opinions, but that doesn't necessarily qualify us to advise another on their decisions. Number 4, are their core and values similar to yours? Is their approach to life similar to yours? There are so many ways of skinning a cat. Even if your advisor had done what you want to do, have they done it in the way you want to do it? Let me give an example. Have they ignored their family responsibilities in the name of their business? Or have they built a sustainable business while coaching their son for soccer? Your advisor advice is painted by their approach to life, and yours should be painted by your own approach to live. See your journey as different from the other person's. When their outlook is similar to yours, they have been on the same path, and they care about you genuinely, you get more appropriate advice. This advice will make more sense to you and there will be no internal friction when receiving the advice. 5. Know also that people you look up to get miserable too. We are all human and we all get to a place in life where we all get miserable, the poor, the rich, the middle class, the able-bodied. But the difference between this set of people is the comeback, the way they bounce back from the setbacks. Some might bounce back gradually, some might come back with full force, some might build back brick by brick. So because someone says you have to bounce back with full force doesn't necessarily mean you have to come back with full force. You need to move at your own pace, because the only way for you to keep moving is when you move at your own pace and not someone's own pace. But the emphasis should be never stay down when you fall and never regret your past. We all have a past. The ways we look at our past should move us forward and not stop us. Forward ever, backward never. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button. Click the notification button as well. Share the video so that others can see this. Thank you for watching.